Hello, and welcome back to the Cove with more Frostpunk on the Edge. So we're doing pretty well, but at the same time too, we could always do with a little bit better. We are working like absolute madmen, trying to gain as much steel as possible. We went ahead and we have contact with the mines, we have contact with the shipwreck, and we have contact with the hot springs, all of which are taking an absolute ton of resources to figure out some of their problems. So either way, we are doing what we can and seeing if we can continue our solid position in our own little city as well. So we have disbanded one of our scouts. We've sent out some people as a construction team. We need to produce more steel so we can get that up and running. It's just a whole lot of things for us to worry about all at once. So at the moment we are working on some technology for some coal mining optimization. Not necessarily, probably not what we would have gone for had I thought things through a little bit further, but, you know, here we are, so it is what it is. I think the next thing we're probably going to end up working on is going to be either the advanced burners for reduced coal usage, or we'll go for the improved blowers so we can gain a little bit more coal, a little bit of a higher, we either want the advanced burners or the heater efficiency upgrade. Those are my two choices if we get anything to say about it. So that'll be what it is. Let's see, how else are things going? It does say that we have 25 homeless people right about now, but that's not technically true. So we do have 5 engineers sent out towards the, for the healthcare. They are being sent towards the mines. Our other group of helping hands, 20 workers, they're heading towards hot springs. So realistically, we don't need any extra housing. It's just that's just a legacy alert, more or less. They'll be there in a couple of hours, so we do not have to worry about any penalties and discontent from that. Alright, but either way, our coal is slowly regrowing, which is rather nice. We got very low in our stockpiles, but we're now producing a huge amount, which is quite nice. And looks like scouts have finally made it to the deep fracture, so let's see what's going on out there. We've had this around for a while, so either way, we stand on the edge of a long ice crevice. Let's search the area. We've established that the ice crevice extends beyond the ice sheet deep into the rock. It could be the result of tectonic movement, but rock might have cracked under the weight of ice. It's so deep that pieces of ice thrown into it vanish without any echo. It's also quite wide. It would not be easy to cross it. Alright, well that leads us onto a snow rover. There's nothing there to do, so let's go ahead and send them out there. I guess our plan on sending our other scouts out towards the isolated camp has been a good call. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a couple more survivors there. We may end up bringing them back to base as well. I know we've expended a fair bit of manpower into some of these other camps, but I'm sure they're still going to need more, so we'll take careful note of that and try and prepare as best we can. Alright, it looks like our construction team has set up over there. Still a little bit short on steel, so I guess we can't do that for now. We're also getting close to our next tech. I really didn't need the extra coal mine efficiency. You know what? Since we are producing as much as we are, and to such an excess, I think we ignore the advanced coal mine like we did talk about in the last episode. I think if anything, we're going to go for the steam quarries. I think that's going to be rather crucial. We do need some timber for that, and some more steel. Outside of that, I think that is the first thing that we need. Again, extra heating levels are nice, but at the same time too, it's not the be-all and end-all. May even go for the advanced heater, but for now, I think what we're going to worry about is trying to get those extra steam cores, and then maybe we'll go for something like infirmary mechanization or some insulation. But outside of that, I think we're in a fairly stable position, and so we need to make the most of what we've got. We are producing 16 steel per hour right now, which is excellent. Everybody's working. Oh, And it looks like we have another event. Oh dear. What's going wrong? We're really grateful for all the work and supplies you provided. We'd like to ask you to solve an issue though. Your people are disturbed by the sight of our dead, whose frozen bodies we stored to compost them later. They want to build a cemetery and bury them like in the old times. This is not our way. We want to respect the wishes of our dead to be returned to the circle of life, not trapped in the permafrost forever. Will you help us to prepare a composting pit for them? Yeah, sure. You know what? That seems perfectly fine. Let's see. Composting pit will be unlocked. Hot springs will be pleased. Discontent will rise. Yes. Discontent is manageable, and I think the next global pass will help burn that down. So what do they require for this? Oh, 20 timber for that. Okay, 30 wood in return. Yeah, that's an easily set up thing. I think... Yeah, let's go ahead and sort that out. Now, we do need a little bit more timber too, so let's be careful over here. I think we could go ahead and do that. 50 wood in return. We do have the coal to spare, so it's not the end of the world. Could try trading some coal and food for timber, and I think that's going to be a better return for us right now. We need the steel, but we do need some more. Oh, in fact, we have high favor, so let's communicate with them and see if they can help us out. We need some wood. Okay, favor will fall. An extra 50 wood will be sent. Yes, that is what we want to do. You've got some nerve, but alright, we can do it for you, but you'll owe us big time. That is acceptable. So let's close this and see what's incoming. We have timber, coal, and food. Alright, so we're in a pretty good spot. What else could we do? Well, we're about to finish our text, so let's go ahead and see what's going on there. Coal mining optimization has been researched. Yeah, again, probably not the best thing for us to have gone for. Let's see. I think at this point, let's check out the weather forecast. Things do get a little bit warmer again, then they'll come back to where they are currently. Right now, that means our warehouse is chilly, which is not ideal. Yeah, they're going to get a little bit cooler. Some of those bunkhouses also need upgrading. It's a bit of a pickle. Oh, even those workshops are chilly. Right, well, maybe we go for the advanced burners. Keep our people nice and healthy. Oh, we have one person freezing? Where are you? No home? Okay, that's not good. But again, how long until people arrive? Outgoing. Okay, in 6.5 hours. Yeah, alright, that's not ideal, but it is what it is. I think we'll go ahead and find a... Where is that? That heating. Let's go for the improved blowers. That's fairly cheap. 10 hours as well isn't too bad. Yeah, doubling the cost of coal is not going to be an issue for us. If we have a look here, we're well and truly out producing that. That'll be fine. Let's see. How's this going? Yeah, some people are feeling fairly sick there. They've only got 69 wood left, which will take, yeah, 10 hours. Well, you know what? Let's just go back to regular... No, you know what? No, we'll wait. We'll work an extra length shift. That'll be fine. You know what we can do, though? We can probably deconstruct some of these streets. Yeah, that'll get us back a little bit of timber that we don't otherwise need. We can probably dismantle some of that as well. Yeah, just reclaiming what we can. Everything else seems to be a non-negotiable, so we'll have to live with that. Although, hang on a second. Technically speaking, I think we could probably go ahead and cut out little bits and pieces. But you know what? The extra amount of wood's not going to be that much benefit, so I think we'll leave it for now. Yeah, I also really want to go ahead and start building this safe route if possible. It's just, yeah, the amount of resources we need to go through right now is so tricky. Yeah, well, you know what? We still got another 6 hours, so another 6 by 16. That should be another, what, 96 steel. That's not bad. That probably means we can send off at least 60. So if that is the case, what do we want to swap? Improve their heating? Yeah, 50 wooden return, or... the coal to hold on. They will send us wood instead of burning it to heat their homes. It doesn't say how much we'll gain, though. I think that's not bad. Home repairs would also be good, but again, we don't need the coal, so this isn't as crucial in my opinion. Hot springs, though. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep on working with extra to build up our timber supply. So let's go ahead and send improved heating. Yeah, that's what we'll go ahead and do. That should be all right. Again, as soon as all these things reach, we should be able to improve our favor with these people, and we may be able to ask for extra resources. Realistically, since favor is high, we may as well ask them for a little bit extra. If they're in good spirits, let's see, what could we do? Oh, we can gain workers. No, that's certainly not what we want to do. Let's go ahead and ask them for a little bit of coal. Yeah, that'll just give us a nice little bit of something extra. Yeah, just make sure that we're not going to lose out on our supply. Again, with the extra heat coming out of these braziers and all the heaters going, it probably will start burning through a fair bit fairly soon. In fact, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get those workshops up to a livable condition. Warehouse is already as chilly as it's going to be. Our child shelter's not ideal either. And then what have we got over there? That is our medical post. And realistically, no one needs to be in there. Let's turn that off. Yeah, one person freezing. Hopefully, I don't know if it keeps a track as to where they are. But again, as soon as possible, I would love to get rid of a couple of these extra, quote-unquote, perceived homeless people. Yeah, in another 3 hours, we should be safe. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. Also, too, I see that we're almost at that 75 steel mark. I think what we're going to do is we're back down to 12. That's 80. You know what? I think we run with this. The improved heat is good. I do like tech, but right now we're kind of running out and we need the resources. So we're going to set you guys back to standard working hours. That'll also save us a little bit of coal. Again, not a major issue, but again, we'll move over to these fellows and see. Yeah, build a safe route. 50 timber, 75 wood. 75 steel. That'll be fine. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point as well as a clear visual guide for future expeditions between our settlements. This section of the safe route can be assumed secured. Alright, well that is good. So it is just like that build. Oh wow, okay. I was expecting a little bit of time to go by. Sure. We'll work our way back towards our camp. Alright, so that's not bad. So that is, that's going to help us secure a consistent increase in food. That'll be good. You know what, we'll send our engineer over here. That'll be fine. It's too cold to work at the moment, but tomorrow when temperatures go up, that'll be fine. We'll make sure that we have the heater turned on too, though, just to make sure that they are staying healthy. Yeah, I think we're in a fairly alright spot. Yeah, extra timber coming by though is going to be so very nice for us. And there we go. No more homeless, no more freezing. That's all done and done with. The composting pit, that'll be fine. Resources. Yeah, let's just double check our relationships with everybody. As soon as we're in a good spot, we probably want to go ahead and take what we can. We also want to go ahead and make sure that we get this joint watch sorted out fairly quickly. We're trying to do a, well, they were sabotaged by a perceived New Londoner threat. So we're going to go ahead and try and help them out with that. So yeah, that is something we need to do. Also, we're creating so much coal. You know what? I think what we're going to do is we're going to go around and turn on heaters in all of the locations possible. We're going to keep things as warm as they can be. Oh wow, I didn't realize that this sawmill was quite as cold as it is. Yeah, well that's not ideal. Oh, and you know what? Let's go ahead and go back to a regular shift. There's only 10 wood there. That'll only take an hour or so. That doesn't need to be any... Yeah, that doesn't need to be a thing. Yeah, we're kind of running out of jobs for people to do. We're becoming very efficient in our setup, which is nice, but it does lead to its own little problems. Alright, construction team has reached the next ascent. That's fine. Oh, scouts have reached the snow rover, so let's go ahead and see. We found the rusted wreck of a snow rover. Okay. The frozen corpse of the driver is still inside. Such rovers were used to scout ahead of expeditions, but never alone. It's too dangerous to travel in Frostland with such small craft. This means that some convoy has passed here a long time ago, probably in a hurry, otherwise they'd have taken the body to bury it. Okay, a site discovered, a trailer wreck. Okay, 13 steel, nice, but again, nothing to write home about. Let's go ahead and check in on that trailer wreck. How long until you guys reach there? Almost another full day. That is quite painful, but hey, it's certainly not worth going for the tech for faster scouts. I don't think that's going to be on our list of required understanding at this stage. It does look like the composting pit is almost sorted out for the hot springs, which means we might be able to get some more food from them. But first, adaptation. What have we got? Prosthetics. I think this is going to be what we go for. We don't want to get into a spot where we can't make prosthetics a thing. We haven't had any gravely ill become amputees, but if we can work for it, that would be nice. The public house would be good, but again, it's not super important. Whereas prosthetics, I think, is going to be very nice. If something terrible happens, we want to be ahead of ourselves when it comes to things like that. So yeah, that should be fine. Let's see, what else have we got? Yep, people are fond of us taking care of those who've been wounded. That's all well and good. It does look like some people are getting quite sick. I guess that's simply because of, yeah, the housing. It's so cold. Yeah, we really do want to upgrade those bunkhouses into regular homes. But unfortunately, that is resources we do not have access to. So it is what it is. Alright, shipments have reached our people, so it looks like hot springs are back to friendly. Let's ask them for some help. Let's ask for some food. Alright, again, they yeah, they're happy to do that. That's all nice for us. Everybody else is considered average as far as our favor is concerned. Do we spend some food for and coal? Yeah, I think we do that again. Let's go ahead and trade. That extra 75 wood is going to be crucial. We'll go ahead and go and use the wooden supports again. That'll be rather nice, although... You know what? I was saying we should move over to the steam core, but we don't need it for our current thing. We may need some for our future endeavors with the hot springs. They need 2 of them. But right now, with all of this steel that we need to burn through... how much are we producing per day? About 134. Yeah, it's just not enough for it to be worth switching over. I think at this stage it's worth holding on to only the steel. Yeah, we'll try and do as many trades as possible and get the extra coal. But for now, it's just going to have to be what it is. We'll go for the nicer upgrades in the future. But either way, let's see. As soon as it hits 6 o'clock, I would be tempted to go ahead and fire it away. But there are some people who are absent. Why is this? 3 are in treatment. Oh, okay. Well, that's 6 hours. No, we're not going to wait on that. Yeah, then there's this one as well, which we have no idea on their timing. Let's go ahead and... We'll go ahead and do it anyway. The day's not going to get any better, so we may as well use it as soon as possible. get that off cooldown as best as we can. Alright, well that'll be fine. We did send these workshops back to standard working hours, so that's not a huge problem. Discontent is dropping rather solidly. It looks like, yeah, that increase in temperature makes people much happier. Yeah, that's really good. And then you guys are, yeah, almost finished with that job as well. Yeah, well, we've almost made the mountain free of all of the trees. A little unfortunate there weren't more in this area, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see. What is our next task? What have we got? Oh, you guys have finished up with that job, so let's go ahead and dismantle that. You know what? We could even probably start dismantling some of those paths as well. Actually, are those trees accessible? Hang on a second. We need to make sure we know. Botheration. I think that's... You know what? It doesn't come up as a white or a green resource, so I don't think it's going to change even if we go for the extended range on the sawmills. No, I don't think that's going to be an issue, so we'll just tear that down. That does leave us with a couple of workers hanging around, though. Tech-wise, less than an hour. You know what? I think we'll work on that first. What is the next best thing? So, yep. Coal usage is going to go up, but that's fine by me. Let's go for... steam lorries is nice, but again, we don't have the steel. Insulation is nice and all of that, but again, that's nothing to write home about either. I think we wait for the steam lorry. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wait for a steam lorry. We're only a little bit of steel short from what we need to be at, but that'll be... But you know what? We don't... Yeah. Just trying to think what's of more benefit, whether we try and get this safe route sorted or whether we start mixing up some of those things. We're doing well on food. We're making... Yeah, we've got tons and tons of food. Let's see. What to go for? Home repairs wouldn't be bad either. Help access the coal hold. That'd be good. Yeah, in fact, that'll take us up to the next improvement level for the settlement development for the shipwreck camp. So, probably worth investing in, but we should probably go for a tick if we're going to go for any. Let's go for... It's a bit of a tricky one. Advanced burners wouldn't be bad. That will save us a fair bit since we've just doubled the output. The advanced heater wouldn't be too bad, but again, we don't need that for at least another day. I think we'll just go for the advanced burner. Yeah, the infirmary mechanization, that saves us on manpower. Healthcare insulation's not a really big thing since we've got all those extra heaters up and running. Cookhouse insulation, again, is not going to be a thing that we need to worry about, and house insulation is kind of just a nice thing to have. So I guess, yeah, we'll just go ahead and work on... hang on a second. We're just going to double check that my assumption is right. Yeah, we're not burning through all the coal. Maybe we go for the output of advanced heaters. Yeah, no, we'll go for that. That way the warehouse will never get too cold. It won't necessarily be pleasant, but it certainly won't be terrible. These guys have 8 hours of work, so that should be sorted out by the end of day, but again, who knows? Yeah, our coal production is doing fantastic. Let's just double check. Let's turn you on, turn that heater on. That's being dismantled. That's working fine. Yeah, in fact, I'm even going to see. Could we possibly... I think we tried this earlier on, but does a brazier improve things down there? Does it increase don't think it increases the potential for the warehouse. Yeah, I think we're just going to be sitting pretty with the amount of coal that we have. We can happily send it off to whoever needs it, which I'm a-okay with. We do have the 40 steel, so I think we're going to go ahead and try and get that shipment to the Joint Watch. That's going to be very good. Make sure that no more saboteurs succeed in whatever ill plans they have for us. Yeah, we still have 10 days before we hear more from New London regarding our separation, but yeah, I think we're okay. Alright, trailer wreck. What do we find? A heavy freight trailer stuck in an ice crevasse. Such vehicles used to be hauled by land dreadnoughts. Ooh. Okay, so there could be good steel here. Looking at the massive bulk of the trailer, we can't help but marvel at the power of the land dreadnoughts which roamed Frostland before the Great Storm, bringing scores of people north. Where was this convoy headed? Alas, we won't find out. The storm has erased all their traces. Well, we'll take what we can, and now I guess we head all the way back home. Yeah, it's going to be quite the journey, but it is at least a little bit of extra steel. That only takes a day and a half to get back, which is excellent. These other scouts are still 11 hours away. Well, every little bit of steel we can get our hands on is well and truly worth it, so we'll see what we can do with that. We'll certainly put it to good use at a minimum. I don't think we really have to worry about... Oh no, we haven't changed our heating levels here yet. Okay, well, let's go ahead and kick that up a notch. That'll be fine. Keep our heaters in check there. I think we'll go ahead and work with this one as well. Let's turn that up a notch, make sure that these homes stay toasty. And then... well, what remains? Only this one over here? Alright, well, we'll kick those up. And we will see... yeah, everything's nice and toasty. And how are we doing on our economy? We're still well ahead of the scales. That is fantastic. Yeah, that is so incredibly nice. Not going to have to worry about coal for the rest of the game, it seems. And we may not even have to worry about illness either. Don't get me wrong, we may need to help out some of our new friends. But that said, I don't think it's going to be too much more than that. Let's see, is there anything else we can do? No, everyone's still happy. We're waiting on more shipments of timber. Yeah, I think we'll try and do those shipments as frequently as possible. We've got a solid amount of food rations. We consistently seem to be helping out Hot Springs, so I think that that'll be fine. Yeah, it should be good, but it looks like they have another issue for us, so let's go ahead and check in on the shipwrecked crew. A hidden graveyard. Sir, our people made a disturbing discovery. While preparing a place for a gathering post, they followed a path trodden in the snow which led them deeper into the frozen forest. They found a clearing with about 20 graves. One of them lies a captain's hat. Our people think that the ship's crew is buried there, presumably by the locals. Don't talk about this or tell them that we know. They may be displeased, but what's the worst in us knowing that there's a graveyard? What's the worst that would really happen if we told them about that? Like, if they justify their actions, like, you know, yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't think that it's a big thing that we know about it. They may have wanted to keep it hidden, but unfortunately, we know. We'll tell them, you know what, we're going to suffer with a little bit of them being displeased. That's okay. We'll be able to earn our trust back fairly easily, I think. But I don't really want to pretend that we don't know things. We want to be honest with them. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. Looks like we've got maxed out with our coal consumption. That is excellent. So yeah, we're still in the green. Very much so. So that's going to be a non-issue. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh, we have 95 steel. Ooh. Okay, well, you know what? I don't think they're going to finish that by the end of day. So we'll let that stay. We could go ahead and... what would our next tech be? 40 steel here, 30 steel there. I think we'll go for the advanced burners next. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's go and wait a second. We have incoming shipments. Yeah, we have 75 wood coming on in. So I think maybe we work on the safe route again. I think that's probably the next best thing. Either that, or is there something else that we think is quite pressing? Help them access the coal hold. That wouldn't be bad either. We're set for food, so I don't think it's the worst things. Yeah, comfortable housing. Homes to repair. You know what, let's go ahead and we'll spend... Yeah, we'll spend some coal to access the hole for them. That'll take us down to 45. And I think we're working till 2000 hours. So realistically, we may be able to get just enough steel for us to be able to work on the what do we call it? That safe route as well. All right. Well, either way, that is the end of day, and there is our tech chosen. Oh well, our tech sorted out. Yeah, they're not doing any more research, so we don't technically need to choose anything at this moment. We're not going to lose out on time. We're not really burning out any of our coal either. I think, in a very rare choice for me, I don't think we're going to take anything. Yeah, I think we might just stick with what we've got right now. We'll see how things are at the end of the day. And if we gain enough steel here, we'll decide what to do with it. It seems, let's see, 77, so we can work on the safe route. That won't be bad. We're up to 85, and it looks like we've shut down for the day, so we have 10 extra steel. Alright, does anything cost us 10? The answer is probably no. Alright, well, if that's the case. Hang on a second, let's just double check. Yeah, everything's so toasty. Yeah, I'm not really worried about a little bit of a drop in temperature. I think we ignore the tech right now and we work on something else. Let's go for coal and food. Let's see if we can get some more timber coming our way. And then... let's see. Hot springs. It's tempting. Comfortable housing is nice. But right now we're not hurting on food. We've got a couple of days worth. So I think we work on the trade route. Yeah, we're going to work on the trade route. Let's go ahead and work there in the gentle descent. We are pleased to report that everything went as planned. This place will serve as a great vantage point as well as a clear visual guide for future expeditions between our settlements. This section of the safe route can be assumed as secured. Alright, well, fantastic. And then I guess we're going to just send you to the final one for now. Yeah, and then I guess we're going to start working with the shipwreck camp as best as we can. But that is where we're going to call it for today. We've made really solid progress. In fact, yeah, I think the biggest problem is just going to be dealing with the interpersonal relations with the shipwreck and the New Londoners. So either way, if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.